right, everybody. Welcome to the Tre Pack Evening Show. Tune in, tell a friend to Playboy Comedy. Mr. Tre Love is in, man. I got a lot to update y'all on today. I mean, man, it's some wild things going on in this country, in our community, as well as in our personal segment for today. We're going to be talking about. But before we do that, we got to go to the intro. But welcome, everybody. Today is November the 30th. That's right. Tuesday, November 30th, 4 o'clock p.m. Live on the Tre Pack Evening Show, man. Like I said, we got a lot to update you guys on and share with you. So let's go ahead and lay back. And when I come back, we'll get ready and talk about the subject for the day.
Get down. Here we go. I'm about to take off, it ain't no layoff. I'm about to get my money stacked like Madoff. I'm about to take off, it ain't no layoff. I'm about to get my money stacked like Madoff. I'm about to take off, it ain't no layoff. I'm about to get my money stacked like Madoff. I'm about to take off, I'm about to take off. I'm about to take off, I'm about to take off. 454, we call them big blocks. Old school big rims, so it's just a shot. Put some horses in the engine, I don't play with stop. With the pedal to the metal, watch your heart stop. I'm out here getting mine, hope you getting yours. We all deserve to find the things you gotta grind for yours. I was raised by them little faces, and now that I'm older, I can't stop spinning big faces. I'm seeing numbers like I'm caught in the matrix. Got a swag like Neo, I'm the one, I'm gonna make it. Call me Nassau.
Hey, what up, y'all? Welcome back. Tune in, tell a friend. Playboy Comedy, Mr. Tre Love is in. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to send my prayers out to everyone out there. I know it's a lot going on in the world today. I've been keeping my ear to the ground, watching the news. We got a lot of stories to share with you all today, man. First story we're going to start with you all is a very tragic story. It's about a shooting that happened in Lancaster. Mr. Jamarcus David, we're going to talk about that one. We're also going to talk about Bill Cosby today. He's back in the news. We're going to discuss Jack Dorsey stepping down from Twitter. We're going to talk about Tiffany, Haddish, and Common. We're going to talk about LeBron James. We're also going to talk about Mr. Virgil Abloh, guy, the African-American gentleman who was really down with Louis Vuitton and did some major things in the industry creatively. And we're also going to talk about Wendy Williams. And we're going to end the show, ladies and gentlemen, definitely on a positive note about us as Black fathers, because something's got to change. We got to take care of Black fathers. Black fathers got to take care of Black fathers. You know what I'm saying? And we got to learn how to live and let live. All right? So, everybody, I just want you to know you can tune in each and every week from 4 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. to catch us. All right? All right, y'all. All right, welcome back one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some good news and I have some bad news. I have some good news and I have some bad news. Of course, I have to start with the bad news because I have to update the family, the audience, the listeners, the people that have supported this channel, have supported myself, have supported Fat Pack. Fat Pack had a health issue over the holiday weekend. First of all, I want to say happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I actually got to spend time with my beautiful daughters over the holiday weekend. It was amazing. We had fun. Shout out to my nephew, Ramel. Shout out to Ramel Alexander. The little dude plays on a football team. I'll get all the information next week because I'm going to the game. But his team is 10-0. They are undefeated. My daughters were with me at the game. We took pictures, man. I'm actually sitting back. As I've matured in age, I realized that there's no need to just take a picture and share it immediately and be so current with your, say, social media platform. So what I'm doing now is just kind of enjoying those moments, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up all the pictures that I get with my kids from pictures we took Halloween. our Thanksgiving pictures, and then our Christmas pictures. And then at the end of the year, I'll throw everything up, something for New Year's because, like I say, I'm just what I'm kind of learning now, just as the days go on, as the years go on, as life continues to go on, I'm just realizing that instant gratification isn't always the way. It isn't always the way, guys. Instant gratification. I saw something T-Pain had wrote about he's worried about these the younger generation feeling as if they should have everything overnight. And to that, I want to say this. We're going to go on and get into the bad news of what I have to share with you all. Like I said, Pack's lung collapse. Fat Pack, Mr. Fat Pack, y'all, who actually, I have to be honest with you, he's not like family to me. He is family. I mean, I knew the dude the day he was born. He and my brother about the same age. We share a very long, strong bond, friendship. I mean, we grew up together, children. We know each other from being children, and now we're men. And again, when I went to Atlanta over the summer, because this summer, man, I'm telling you, I don't know what came over me. It was a crazy summer. I had some blessings come in. My finances had gotten, kind of better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just to share with the family, some of you all know my struggle. You know what I'm saying? I was able to make some advances this year. Travel, buy a new car. Just the ability to be able to really take care of myself and my children on another level. So I'm really grateful to the Creator above. And those may seem like small things, but when you have to rebuild yourself all the way from nothing and come back, that's a monumental feat. And watching the news and stuff every day, I'm realizing that where I live, this is very common. LA is not an easy place to make it. It's not an easy place to really make it. But I'm out here and I'm doing it and I'm doing my thing and I'm having success. And more than anything, I'm having a healthy life and I'm living. And I got my kids. I get to see my kids on the weekends and spend holidays with them and things like that. So I'm really blessed and fortunate. You know what I mean? So I have nothing to complain about. But when Pac was telling me today, I talked to him on the phone today, and I just want everybody to know he's fine. I spoke with him today, and I promise you, he sounded exactly like himself. He didn't sound down. He didn't sound winded. He didn't sound any different. He sounded healthy. He sounded like he was ready to go. So I was really happy to hear that. So that's the good news. That's the good news. You know what I'm saying? That fortunately he is, from what I heard on the phone, he's in high spirits. And I mean, I know he's in high spirits because I spoke with him, but he seems to sound like he's back to normal. And for those of you who have any experience with heart collapsing or anything like that, please don't hesitate to give us some information about it because I'm not too familiar with that. For those of you who know, I am a heart patient, so I'm very well versed on matters of the heart. It's Trey Love. Yeah, man, but I can laugh because my boy doing good, but it's just to hear him, explain what he was dealing with, it just really touched me. And I want to say to everyone out there, man, don't take your health for granted. Don't take your health for granted. I mean, I don't engage in cigarettes. I do, and I'm an advocate for marijuana, so I do smoke marijuana, but I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke Black and Miles, and even when I'm smoking marijuana, I don't smoke blunts. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying to my people out there, my friends, my family, my loved ones, and the people who listen, people who take the time to listen to me and seek advice or, want to learn something or just want to vibe off me and with me. You know what I'm saying? As an entertainer, as a friend, in whatever way you see me, please, I'm just saying if there's anything I can do to help and assist you in your ongoing process of life, I would tell you, please, please, please maintain your health. Watch your health. Make sure you exercise. Make sure you watch what you're eating. These things are vitally important to living life, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go on and get into our first story right here in a minute, man. And like I said, just keep packing your prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he is doing good. Like I said, when I talked to him, he sounded amazing. So I wouldn't say he's just doing bad, but let's keep him in your prayers, man. It's a lot going on out here, man. And I really need my brother. And I do want to say this. he is literally the foundation of this show. Like that's my brother right there. He's the foundation of this show. Tre and Pack would not be anything without Pack. I mean, I'm gonna just tell y'all straight up. When I first started this show and I was doing it and putting stuff together, and I hit him up, when we ran into each other when I did my traveling this year, it was like, man, we got to do this. We got to do this. Long overdue. So I got back to LA and we started vibing and working, man. And I mean, it's like everything you see right now, from the graphics, the designs, the logos, that's all Pack. When I say his blood, sweat, and tears is in this Tre and Pack show, man, he here. And we're going to do a lot more too. I just want to make sure you all get a full understanding that we will be doing a lot more shows, giving you a lot more entertainment. We got some things planned, man. We're going to take this podcast to the next level, and I assure you of that. All right? So I'm going to take a break. And like I said, when we come back, y'all, we got a few stories to discuss. We're going to talk about Mr. Jamarcus David, what he did. We're going to talk about Bill Cosby, Jack Dorsey, Tiffany Haddish in Common, LeBron James, Virgil, Wendy Williams, and then we also going to be advocating for what our fathers out there. So, y'all, let's just take a little break. We'll be right back.
They get down. They get down. Nevertheless, you can't deny it, the way you feel inside. You can't deny it, the way you feel inside. Clock strike at 12 and I'm just leaving home. Ice in my cup and I'm drinking Patron. We party all night till breaking of dawn. If she looking good and she can't leave alone, I'm looking for dimes, I'm looking for shows. I'm sipping this drink, it's got me in my zone. I party like kings, like I'm living in Rome. I party in crowns, I party alone. From city to city, I stay touching down. I party real hard like I stole a touchdown. I'm up in the skybox, I just order rounds. Wherever I go, I'm shutting the bar down. I'm drinking on beer, I'm sipping on lick. I'm calling on Earl, cause I'm feeling sick. Popping champagne like I'm the number one pick. That feeling inside got you feeling like this. You can't deny it, the way you feel inside.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Tune in, tell a friend the Playboy Comedy is in. Check it out. I let y'all in too early. I was supposed to let that break go a little quicker, but I'm over here pressing buttons and stuff and made a few mistakes. All right. Welcome back to the Tre and Pack Evening Show. Like I say, we shouting out Pack all night, man. We want to give him love. We want to know that he has our support, man, our prayers, and he gonna be back next week, man, and we're gonna do it how we do it. So check it out. First story we're gonna talk about, y'all. We're going to talk about Jack Dorsey stepping down from Twitter. I said, shit, okay. Bet that, okay. Pack can't take this shit. He is very upset right now. He's so upset. He from the hospital bed, like, I can't take this shit, nigga. I'm coming in doing graphics. So, y'all see, workaholic, man. Work a damn holic. Love that boy, man. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey will step down as head of the social media platform he co-founded a decade and a half ago, the company announced Monday. I cannot pronounce his name, y'all. Paragagrawal, a board member and former chief technology officer, was appointed CEO effective immediately, and Dorsey will remain a member of the board until his term is up in next year's stockholders meeting, the company said. I decided to leave Twitter because I believe the company is ready to move on from its founders, Dorsey said in a statement released by Twitter. My trust is in Parag as the Twitter CEO is deep. His work over the past 10 years has been transformational. I'm deeply grateful for his skill, heart, and soul. It's time to leave. Well, the way I feel about that is, hey, that's any and everybody, to tell you the truth. That's it's kind of like one of those things, You have to know. My uncle used to tell me some game my uncle used to give me. He used to say you have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. You know what I'm saying? You got to know when it's over. So um, I wish him luck. I'm sure that the thing is, it's kind of like sometimes I have friends that are wealthy, and I always joke with them about being wealthy and stuff. And I'll say something like, why don't you worry about what you're doing over there with y'all $1 million people? Let us little $1,500 Negroes worry about what we gotta worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like let us little $1,500. We $1,500 people, so we good over here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about $1,500. We got about $1,500 we got to figure out. So let us worry about $1,500 stuff. Y'all big boys, y'all worry about that big boy stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man, that's because generally, to tell you the truth, him stepping down as CEO from Twitter, how the fuck does that affect us? But I guess in some ways it does, some ways it may not. But I wish him luck anyway. I mean, it's like a rich white dude decides, yeah, I'm gonna step down. It's like who of us? And I'm talking about. And this is my Negro part of the news. We didn't know who Jack Dorsey was anyway, but he's the founder of Twitter, so he's a big deal. Whatever happened to Tom from MySpace? Remember him, y'all? Yeah, that was the homie Tom. But he used to just be sitting behind that computer like this. Remember, he sit behind that computer, just he was just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Now where the fuck is Tom? I don't know. Only one really kicking some butt is that boy, that Facebook boy. He over there kicking it. He getting his bread. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a break real quick, and come back with some more news. Next up, Bill Cosby, y'all. All right, welcome back to the Tre Pack Evening Show. As promised, y'all, we're going to talk about some things that happened with Mr. Bill Cosby back in the news. The prosecutors who fought the 2018 sexual assault case are appealing the decision in June by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court that overturned the jury verdict. Prosecutors who say Bill Cosby belongs in prison are asking for the United States Supreme Court to throw out an appellate court ruling earlier this year that overturned his 2018 conviction for sexual assault on due process grounds. Mr. Cosby walked free from prison in June after serving less than 3 years of a 3 to 10 year sentence. His release followed a ruling by Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Mr. Cosby's rights had been violated when the Montgomery County District Attorney Office pursued a criminal case against him despite what the appellate court found was a binding non-prosecution agreement given to him by a previous district attorney. It was a dramatic reversal in one of the first high-profile criminal convictions of the Me Too era. The petition for review filed last Wednesday by the district attorney's office, but only made it public Monday. Challenge challenges that decision, arguing that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court erred in its ruling. The Pennsylvania High Court's decision came in the case of Andrea Constant, a former Temple University employee to whom Mr. Cosby had become a mentor. He was arrested in 2015 on charges that he had drugged and sexually assaulted her at his home in Philadelphia suburbs 11 years earlier. The arrest came when dozens of other women had already come forward to accuse Mr. Cosby of sexual assault and misconduct. A spokesperson for Mr. Cosby, Andrew Wyatt, released a statement that referred to the decision to seek Supreme Court review as a pathetic last ditch effort. In short, Montgomery County DA asked the United States Supreme Court to throw out the Constitution as it did to satisfy the Me Too mob. The statement said, "There's no merit to the DA's request, which centers on the unique facts of the Cosby case, and has no impact on important federal question of law." My thing is, the way I personally feel about it, I mean, right is right and wrong is wrong. It's a thing called, like, say for example, when if you were to say, now let me say this, let me give a disclosure. I'm not in any way condoning, and I sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart on God. I do not condone drugging women. I do not condone raping women. I do not condone getting women drunk to have sex with them. I don't condone that, even though, sometimes me and my girl like to get a little tipsy, and then, what I'm saying, we whoa. So that's different. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about that's consensual. That's something that we wanted to do. We discussed, hey, tonight we're gonna get lit. We're gonna have us a good time. You know what I mean? But to try to use mind altering substances to get a woman to do sexual acts is something that I do not condone, and I want to make that very and abundantly clear to everyone. I don't. That ain't something I'm into, and I don't want anyone I know to be into it either, and I don't know anyone that's into that. So that's what I want to say first. Now, secondly, what I want to say is this: right is right and wrong is wrong. Fair is fair. And if I'm in a position and a district attorney, someone who has the power to make a deal with me, says to me, all right, if you testify and you make this statement, I make you a promise on paper, and we're going to document it, that we're going to let you go. I just need to prove that I was right. So you're going to admit guilt. But because you're admitting guilt, I'm going to give you immunity. Now, say, for example, just throwing something hypothetical out there. I was accused of killing somebody. And I was told by a district attorney that, hey, if you tell me you killed this person and you tell me where the body is and you sign this paperwork, I'm signing this paperwork right now, letting you know that you have full immunity. I just want the truth. So that way we can solve the case, because that's more what it's about, making sure the case is solved. So I agreed to it. I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and sign this paperwork and tell them exactly what I did or didn't do. But if they want to solve the case so bad, because, hey, if I'm signing this paperwork and you telling me that I'm once I sign this paperwork, this is giving me immunity, I'm signing that paperwork whether I did it or not. I'm going to say I did it whether I did it or not, in order to avoid jail, in order to be able to avoid any type of prosecution. Because you're the district attorney. That's the power you have, right? So you gave me this deal. And then now that people are angry with this deal, all of a sudden you all want to try to reopen this case and put this person back in jail. I'm going to say this: if anybody needs to be back in jail, it's that young white boy that just got off for killing all those people, at their protest. If anyone needs to be in jail, Bill Cosby, literally, and I'm not saying right or wrong. Like I said, I don't condone any type of rape, any type of mind altering substances to get a woman to perform sexual acts. I don't believe in or condone that. However, Bill Cosby has a lot of good to him. Bill Cosby literally has tried to make us as African Americans in a lot of ways grow up. A lot of people have, black people have things to say about Bill Cosby, because Bill Cosby is kind of our uncle. He has been kind of hard on us, but what do you expect? I mean, look at what we're still continuing to do today. I mean, just last week, we did a tribute show to a young man, a young black man who was an entrepreneur, had an excellent business head about himself, investing in real estate for his children, gunned down. We're doing silly things. We're still doing stuff that needs to be disciplined. So I amen and applaud Bill Cosby for giving us shows like the Cosby Show that made us fantasize about having a dad for a doctor and a mother for a lawyer, growing up in a flat, your own room, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. That's something that was very well done. He gave us that the Hillman College, a different world, made more black people started going to college after a different world than had been to college in the history of schools, and HBCUs blew up after that. So, I mean, it's really, it's kind of an oxymoron, a twist. Like I said, if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't care who you are, what color you are, or how much power you have. I mean, I have my personal feelings about even R. Kelly. And the thing is, when I think about R. Kelly, it's like, as much as I adore this man and love his music, I straight up, I'm just being honest, I wouldn't have my daughters around him, you know? And I think Kels is cool, man. I really do. I've met Kels. I've spent time with R. Kelly. I still listen to his music. I'm not gonna sit there and lie and say I don't vibe off no R. Kelly. However, knowing, it's like, if a person has a type of sexual perversion about themselves and you know it, and they're an adult and you know how to stand up to them and be an adult, and you have children, then it's only logical that you keep your children away from this person. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have my daughters put in a bad situation that I know can work out bad for everybody, because I have to be honest. I'm the type of father that if something happens to my daughters, I mean, hey, I'm just be honest. I'm ready to turn it all in. I don't mind going to jail for the rest of my life by mine, because those are my kids. That's my blood. So I got to do what I got to do to make sure that no matter what happens, that my blood got a chance. And people don't understand, when you're taking care of girls, kids as a whole, you want to make sure that they're not physically molested, mentally molested, or sexually molested. So it's a lot that goes into making sure that you have a well-rounded child. And a lot of us don't come from well-rounded, perfect backgrounds, so we don't have the skills in order to be able to give the next generation a well-rounded, loving, caring home and situation. However, like myself, and I brag on this all the time, there are places you can go to learn tactics. There are books you can read. There's research you can do in order to make yourself a better parent. And I recommend and suggest it for anyone. And to my Black fathers out there, if you need someone to talk to, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I'm right here. Oh, the hospital bed to the goddamn, where you go? Devices. Come on in, Pack. Where you at? I see Pack trying to chime in, y'all. We're gonna go to break real quick. Come right back. Here we go.
Yeah, what it is though. Man, nigga just chillin' versus. Yeah. Hey, you a fool, man. No, don't talk about. Nah, man, you silly. Yeah, it's a fantasy. This how we do it. We finna clown. Yeah. Hey, let's do this. What you say, cuz? Talk to I see my fantasy is high. Ain't no limits past the sky. Sitting on the top roof, picking zodiac signs. You want a car? Pick a car. You want a boat? What's a boat? We in the ocean with no engine, and we chillin' with a float. One place to the next. Think about your greatest sex. I had you coming 10 times. Now you're begging me for sex. I'm like a boss, and it costs a nigga never really false. But these people in the street think a nigga Rick Ross. VIP is where I rest. People put it to the test, and I'm ahead of my class. Big verses is the best. Nevertheless, making moves is a fantasy I do. Niggas talking bullshit, and all the niggas say is true. Picking up from the past, it's my fantasy at last. See, I'm cooler than the band, sipping on a cool blast. I'm lost in the land, palm trees, cool breeze. I just told you about my life, and I'm living in the fantasy.
What you sow, you don't get no more. Them hard times in this life, yeah, they come and they go. But a fantasy could be a reality if you want it. And reality could be too much if you're not ready for it. The choices that you make.
Hey man, welcome back to the Tre and Pack Evening Show, man. I gotta shout Pack out. He a working damn holic, man. Like, I love the investment. This motherfucker in the goddamn hospital, shit. Like, goddamn it. Look, I'm finna jump in. He like, shit, that's my goddamn show. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, we want to say straight up, the nigga, I'm gonna tell you, like I told you, I talked to him. He doing good, man. And like I told y'all before too, I lost a lot of people this year, man. So when he hit me with that, man, I just got concerned. My heart went out to him, and my heart stays with him. So I'm gonna say straight up, nigga, got love for you, boy, and I'm proud of you, man. I'm glad you're on here, man. So he could hear y'all, man, and he could vibe with us, man. So just to let y'all know. All right. Next story we're going to talk about, y'all, is a story of romance, y'all. Yeah, my friend, Tiffany Haddish, a good friend of mine. I love Tiffany, man. That's my homegirl. Unfortunately, though, her and Common have broken up. I'm gonna read the article, but what I do want to say is I've already read the article, but I'm gonna read it out loud to you all. Is that these two, man, they did this shit so smooth and so diplomatic, man. I wish, I ain't gonna lie, all breakups should be like this. That's love. All right. Tiffany Haddish and Common are going their separate ways after a year together. A source tells people that the couple split is due to busy schedules and lack of opportunity to be together. They are never in the same city together. Both of them are just too busy for a serious relationship, sources say. ET has reached out to reps for both stars. Haddish confirmed the two were a couple on Steve O's Wild Ride podcast back in August of 2020, joking that she and the 49-year-old ball rapper actor were twins now after she shaved her head the month before. Haddish and Common first met while filming the 2019 movie The Kitchen, but she insisted that there wasn't anything sexual or anything like that because my eyes were set on someone else at the time. Then in April, the two went on a virtual Bumble date while quarantining amid the coronavirus pandemic, and sparks began to fly. A few months later, they were seen at a Black Lives Matter protest together, and then got tested for everything. I got tested for everything, and yeah, we've been fucking. She quipped. I love Tiff. She say we've been fucking. I love Tiff. Shout out to Tiffany Haddish for being a real one, man. That's a real one. That same month, Common gushed over the actress and comedian to guest host Elaine Welthorpe during an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan. She's a wonderful woman, a queen, and just a beautiful person, man, Common said. You know, I just care for her a lot, enjoy her, and I'm grateful to have her in my life. I'm happy. The pair have been a fan favorite on social media for being very open about their relationship. In September, Haddish told ET that even when they argue, their disagreements were filled with laughter. We don't really argue. We argue, it's kind of hilarious, I think. Like we laugh a lot in our disagreements. There's a lot of laughter, but he hears me though. Like some guys who be like, oh, she's just joking, but I'm serious. But I might sugarcoat things. I put a little syrup with sweet seasoning on it. I'm blunt, but it's with a little seasoning. So if I don't like something, I'll make it very clear that I don't like it, but I don't do it in a way that's not like offensive. Like I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I care about his feelings, had it said. I read this article straight up. This is everything that she said, and man, like, well, you know, it's broken because she's talking, but they wrote it out in an article. And I just want to say this, man. Shout out to both of them. Shout out to Common and shout out to Tiffany Haddish. I actually worked with Tiffany Haddish. Of course, I'm a stand-up comedian. I worked with her several times, met her several times, and my personal, honest impression. Well, first of all, people know that I'm a positive person. If I don't think a person is really that per se positive or whatever, I just be like, oh yeah, I met so and so. You know, I met so and so. But I can honestly, truly say what makes me a double fan of hers. I'm not just a fan of her stand-up comedy or her acting. I'm a fan of her as a person, man. I met Tiff. Tiff is, man, she is a ball of light, man. If you meet Tiff, man, and she vibe with you and she give you a hug and she talk to you and she put you on stage and, you know, y'all work together and Tiff got a good spirit about herself, man. She really, really does. Like, she's one of the entertainers that, like I said, I'm a fan of hers, not just her work. I'm just a fan of hers, man, because she just a deep, good sister, man. Like that's my girl, man. So, you know, and then Common, what I like about Common, that's a Chicago boy. And I'ma just say this. Let me go and put it out there, man. Hey, Common the big old boss, man. Common the player, man. I mean, come on, Serena Williams. Hey, players, fellas. Serena Williams. Come on now. And bag lady. Who don't want that bag that Erica packing with her? You understand me? Common is, hey, look, man, like I'm gonna tell you, bro. Salute that brother with both hands. Also salute him and Tiffany Haddish both for being so diplomatic in their breakup, man. That was genuinely sweet between two adults that had an adult time together. And who knows? with the way the breakup seems, it seems like, look, I'm busy, you busy, I can't really catch you, so we'll just catch each other on the flip side. You know what I'm saying? He probably out of town. He done met somebody, she done met somebody, and they like each other, so they don't want to sit here and have dirt on each other. So it's like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. Let's be amicable about it, and then from there, who knows what the future may bring. And again, they gonna run each other on the road. So when they do, what you think gonna happen? Ah, ah. Tiffany gonna be like, "Can I get a window seat?" I have no sense, and I'm over here having fun. Shout out to Pack again, man. He on my head right now. Hey, so check it out, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break, and then from there, when I come back, we are gonna talk about. Let me see where we at with time. Let me see what story we're gonna do. We come back, y'all, because I want to save this story for last because it's a really tragic story. So you know what I'll do? I'll go ahead and hit y'all with the Wendy Williams story when we come back.
You can't deny it, the way you feel inside. You can't deny it, the way you feel inside. Clock strike at 12 and I'm just leaving home. Ice in my cup and I'm drinking Patron. We party all night till breaking of dawn. If she looking good and she can't leave alone. I'm looking for dimes, I'm looking for shows. I'm sipping this drink, it's got me in my zone. I party like kings, like I'm living in Rome. I party in crowns, I party alone. From city to city, I stay touching down. I party real hard like I stole a touchdown. I'm up in the skybox, I just order rounds. Wherever I go, I'm shutting the bar down. I'm drinking on beer, I'm sipping on lick. I'm calling on Earl, cause I'm feeling sick. Popping champagne like I'm the #1 pick. That feeling inside got you feeling like this.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Tune in. Tell a friend. The Playboy Comedy, Mr. Tre Love is back in. Today is November 30th, 2021, Tuesday. It is 4:38 p.m. You are tuned in live to the Tre Pack Evening Show, man. Like I say, I'm in the booth by myself, but Pack still, live with us. He's still clicking buttons and stuff. But like I told you all, Pack had a slight health issue, man, and he, like I say, I talked to him today. He sound real good, and he's in high spirits, and he's still over here pushing buttons, running the boards with us, man. So I want to shout out my dude, man. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Wendy Williams. I was just doing a little research on the break about her situation, and it's kind of tough, y'all. Like, let me start right here. Let me see. The Wendy Williams show fans trash guest hosts as producers seek to permanently replace an ailing Wendy Williams. Not the same. The daytime chat fest was all new on Monday, November 29th, with guest hosts Bevy Smith, Julicia Bermudez, Elizabeth Wagmeister, and Devin Smith, chatting all about the holiday weekend and hottest topics. As the show aired, fans took to social media to voice their displeasure that Wendy Williams was still out, with many saying they were no longer going to watch the show until the titular host returned. Please pull the plug on the show, one user wrote on the show's official Instagram, while another commented, "Miss Wendy, the show is not the same. Not watching until Wendy comes back. Love and prayers, Wendy." Devoted viewers are feeling Wendy Williams' absence, with one saying, "I won't be watching as I haven't been all season. I watched for Wendy Hot Topics and her. Since she's not coming back, I'll be deleting her show off my DVR series. I wish you the best, Wendy." Ah, ooh, that's excellent. I see you over there, Pack. Man, like, oh man. You know what I want to do? I want to shout out Wendy Williams, man. I want to say to Wendy Williams, straight up. I'm praying for your health. Uh, you've built a hell of a brand, and to be honest with you, Wendy, I've watched you for years, heard about you, and talked about you for years. I used to live in New York when you were on the Hot 97, way back in the day. I'm talking about when I'm talking 20 years ago. I remember seeing you on the Martin Lawrence sitcom back in the day. I mean, Wendy, you have built a legacy and a brand. I just watched your special on television, and I'm gonna tell you something. To even hear about your backstory, about the rape and things of that nature, I just want to say to you, young lady, you are really an icon, Wendy. And I love what you did and how you did it. You've inspired people such as myself and others to get out here, grab a mic, and produce. And I have to give you real props on what you've done as not only a TV show host, but as I know, some people may not know, an amazing, awesome, dope, dirt digging and getting radio host. So I really got to give you a shout out, a major shout out, and say, I wish you all the best, honey. I wish you love, light, and healing. And that's coming from the heart. That's coming from Trey Love, man. That's coming from the Trey and Pack Evening Show, man. We'll be right back, y'all. Here we go.
Yeah, what it is though, man. Nigga just chilling versus.
Yeah, man, we're coming right back, man. Looking at the time, I want to make sure I get especially this story. This story is I do have a couple of stories just in case we run out of time. But before I start this story, I want to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of the essence of who I am, and even the reason why I wanted to start even a podcast to have a voice is to get this message out. We need to take care of Black fathers. We really, really need to take care of Black fathers. It's a epidemic. Literally, it's so bad that too many people are talking about it. It's an epidemic. Black fathers are being raped of their opportunities to be fathers to their own children. And I just read this tragic story today. I heard about it on the news, and I literally was thinking about you. When I say you, I'm talking about my audience because I know that some of the guys that do tune in and check out my stuff, you've talked to me on the phone. I've helped you. I've counseled a lot of men when I was going through my situation. I started a movement, Father's Plight. I completed a book on that, which I'm still putting the finishing touches on because I have to do some rewrites. Writing a book is, you can get it done, but then when you go to publish, it's certain things that you have to make sure are, let's just say, have all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. So I am still in the finalizing process of finishing up my book. But again, this story is so tragic. And like I said, I want to say this before I read the story. If there's any man out there, anybody that is hurting, can't see their children for whatever reason, or is going through a hard time, that this platform is for that. This platform is for that. Please, I'm gonna make sure I share the information. Email Trey and Pack. We are here for people that are in need. If something's going on and you need some help or some resources in your area, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us here at the Trey and Pack Evening Show. Lancaster shooting. Father charged in deadly shooting of 4 children, grandmother. Lancaster, California. A woman made a grisly discovery when she found her 4 children, all under age of 12, and her mother had been shot to death inside their Lancaster home, officials said. The father of the children, 29-year-old Jamarcus David, was arrested in the investigation Monday. On Tuesday afternoon, during a court appearance, David was charged with 5 counts of murder and 3 counts of assault on a child, causing death. Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon announced Tuesday no family should endure this type of tragedy, especially when the alleged perpetrator was responsible for their protection. Gascon said, "Our office has reached out to the family to ensure that they have all the services and support they need during this difficult time." The victims were identified by authorities as Erica England, 51, Naeem David, 11, Demarcus David Jr., 7, Caden David, 2, and Noah David, 1. Gruesome discovery. The deadly shooting occurred at a home located on the 3500 block of Garnett Lane near intersection Avenue J and 30th Street East around 10:30 p.m. Sunday, Los Angeles Sheriff's Department officials said. Homicide investigation said deputies responded to the home after receiving a rescue responding call. When they arrived, they found a woman suffering from gunshot wounds to her upper torso. A short time later, they also discovered a girl and 3 boys suffering from gunshot wounds to the upper torso. All 5 victims were pronounced dead at the scene, authorities said. Like, this guy, Jamarcus David, I did some research on him, and his profile is full of religious quotes, and things of that nature, and just really, uh, if you look at his social media platform, you would literally think this dude is a pastor, like a, a big Christian of sorts. And I just want to say that to those 5 victims, I don't care what happened. It should never have gotten that bad. It should never be that bad. It should never be. It is never that bad. I really would like to know the details of what happened because this young man murdered his mother-in-law and 4 of his own children. Even I know you all heard as I was reading the names, Jamarcus David Jr. You even murdered your bloodline, your namesake. You murdered your bloodline, but you even murdered your namesake. That I don't know what's going on right now. Like I said, when I saw the story, it touched me. I mean, it touched me deep because I know the pain that a man goes through. I'm a man. I had my children taken from me, so I know the pain. That these things can cause. But I also do, like I said, I knew to reach out for help when I needed it. When I was hurting, and I was hurting to a point that I didn't know what to do. I made some phone calls. I went, hey, look, I need to talk to somebody. I need some counseling. I need some therapy. Black people, I can't press the issue enough. I cannot press. Matter of fact, let me continue down with this article because there was some phone numbers for help for people that need help. And I want to give this information out. Okay, yeah, here it is. Sheriff's officials say the suspect was detained after he arrived at the Lancaster Sheriff Station to turn himself in. After being interviewed by homicide detectives for hours, David was arrested. His bail was set at $2 million. I'm surprised they even set him a bail. Anyone with any information is asked to contact LASD Homicide Bureau at 323-890-5500. Those who wish to remain anonymous can leave and submit tips on the tip line or can call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477. With that being said, man, like, it's never that bad, y'all. And we got to take care of black fathers. We got to take care of black fathers, man. And you know who's going to, I'm going to tell you who's going to have to take care of black fathers. This is something I realized and learned today. I actually had the opportunity to get some amazing mentorship from, man, God has blessed me with some wonderful people in my life. And I really hope that I can be a wonderful person. I know that God has blessed me to be something in other people's lives, but I really hope that I can be a blessing to a lot of people's lives. I hope I can save lives. I hope I can help men because it's tough, man. And I know it's hard. And men have been taught a certain way. And not only taught a certain way, here's what's crazy. Men, we are wired a certain way, if that makes any sense. Men are wired a certain way. So it's really, you know, uh tough, men, the way we're taught about, our pride and the way that society kind of makes us seem as if we have to be. I want to say this, man, straight up, guys. Like there's another way. There's another way, man. And speaking of it being another way, please go to the brotherhoodcrusade.org and nominate me for single dad, y'all. They have a giveaway that they're doing. And I really want, I was talking to some friends and they heard about it and they said, Trey, you need to go for that. I'm really trying to do a lot. Like, honestly, you all don't understand. Like, as a single father, I only get my kids every other weekend. But when I get my kids on the weekend, I mean, we do it. But what I need assistance with, you know what I'm saying? If any, if you all just feel it compelled, I really need to be able to take my children because I'm not from LA. I want to be able to take my children out of town for the summers. You know what I'm saying? And my baby's mom has stuff tied up where I can't even breathe with my kids. We get them little 2 days and then I have to drop them right back off. And it's really sad, but it's fun at the same time. So, I'm just trying to get more time with my kids. And like I said, brotherhood.org, brotherhoodcrusade.org. Is something on there about single dads. Please go to it and nominate your boy, man, because I'm really, really trying to do some things for my kids here coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got the holidays coming up. Speaking of which, I hope everybody had an amazing holiday. I really do. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, ate a lot. Like I say, I got full. Man, I was getting down, y'all. I'm telling you, I tore it up, man. I had a great holiday. So I hope that everyone has a great Christmas. Looking forward to New Year's. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and share with us. You know what I'm saying? Let us know, what's going on with you guys for the holidays and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we could meet up. You know what I mean? Maybe we all can get together and make something happen. That's how I'm trying to do it, man. I'm trying to hang out with y'all. Y'all my people. But like I said, man, that story about this young man, Mr. Jermaine David, it just touched my heart, man. And to the family, to the young lady, the mother who lost her children, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I mean, I pray for your peace because you lost your mother and your children. I like she lost her mother and her children. I All I can say to that is, I mean, like my prayers, my deepest, most sincere condolences to her and her family because for you to lose like your mother and your kids, man, that's a lot. So, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. She's still here. So for those of us who are around and can find out who this woman is, let's try to do something for her, man. Let's try to support her. And one thing I know from personal experience, and I see this dealing with other people, friends and loved ones who have lost people. When you lose someone and people at the funeral, they say, if you ever need me, I'm gonna be there for you. If you need me, I'm gonna be there. Hit me if you need me. Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. They do need you. And they do try to contact you. But it's been my experience that those real authentic people that are there 5 years later, they don't be there the way they say they're gonna be there. That's why, like when I said Fat Pack and his family, they are family. Because my mother passed in '97. We doing this podcast right now today. We still there. Now that's family. That's real brotherhood. That's loyalty. We stayed down. They've come to see me in LA. I've gone to see him in Atlanta, and we got to do that more often, man. So I just want to say, black fathers got to take care of black fathers, and I mean that. And straight up, even though I'm pushing a black father thing, we need help in every way we can get it. To the black woman, I say to you, I propose to you, please, please give your black man some space and some time and some love and some loyalty. Get off his neck. Let him breathe. Give him a minute. Let him figure it out. You know, let him see his kids. Let him be with his kids. You don't have to be with him. You know, I mean, for whatever reason, I'm not even gonna get into that. That's a whole nother show. But if you don't want him and you don't want to be with him no more, that's fine. If he don't want you and he don't want to be with you no more, that's fine. But don't stop the relationship between him and his children. And to be honest with you, let me just give y'all some game of something I got to see this weekend, man. I had a very powerful weekend. I had a very powerful weekend. I I went to my nephew's game. Hit my cousin Mickey and her wife. I went to their game, and these two are, they're going through a rough patch, and they're in the midst of say breaking up. And so for my nephew's game, they were able to come together, sit down and eat, and then when it was time to go, they went their separate ways. But they were able to be in the vicinity of each other for the sake of the child, and that's what I'm proposing to all black women, to all black men. Hey, we living in a day and age where I'm learning myself through, trial and tribulation that relationships aren't lasting anymore. Those 50 and 60 and 40 and 30-year relationships and 20 years, they're not lasting anymore. Like I said, the reason why they're not lasting, that's a whole nother show. However, reality is they're not lasting anymore. So is what we have to do as a community. Hold on a second, y'all. What we have to do, because they're not lasting. So what we have to do is this is what we have to do in order to keep our foundation strong, in order to keep our lineage strong. What we have to learn to do is adjust to giving our children two households. And we have to learn to be able to do that diplomatically. And we have to learn to do that lovingly, you know, like honestly, like allowing your children to be at your house with you. And if you have a significant other, you all be together. If and it shouldn't be a rift with the children. If the children's at your ex's house and they have someone, it shouldn't be a rift because that's who I'm with. That's my woman or that's my man. And that shouldn't have anything to do with the relationship or the time with the children because the child should be coming first. And that's what I want to put out there to everybody. The children, the child should be coming first. Let's get off our egos. Let's get off this pride. Let's stop being mad. Let's stop, backbiting, and let's take care of these kids, man. You know. And then another situation that I saw, there was a birthday party that my children went to, and I talked to the one of the gentlemen there. He remembered me because I'm not gonna tell his name or the kid's name, but he had say he had reached out to my baby's mom about because my daughters are very popular. So he had reached out to my baby's mom about my kids being able to come to the party. And he said when she said this, she said, "Oh, they're gonna be with their dad." He said to himself, like, wow, man, that brother going through it. He going through it. He going through what I went through. And like I said, it hurts so bad because when you're going through it, you feel like you're the only one going through it. And then when someone else expresses, and then he told me, he said, "But you know what? You just gotta wait it out. You gotta wait it out." And the thing is, like straight up, what irks me is like if I'm nice to my baby moms, oh yeah, he want me. See, that's where it gets twisted. When you're not with a person anymore for years and time, people get over your ass. Like it's like I'm not still hung up or in love. I mean, you moved on, I moved on. We should be able to coexist and not have to worry about what the other one doing in order to do what's best for what. I keep saying the same thing. What's best for the child. And what's best for the child is the bloodline, the biological father being heavily involved with that child. Because see, King Richard showed us, and that's a movie that every black man need to take their children to see. King Richard showed us all that when a black man is invested with his children, that there's no telling how far they can go. James Jordan, Michael Jordan's dad, Jermaine Joe Jackson showed us, like even a good surrogate father. Think about what Cusimano, how Mike Tyson was before he had the love of Cusimano. The love from that man made Mike Tyson who he became, man. So I just want to say that, man. Like again, man, we talked about the Lancaster shooting today. I'm praying for the family of Jamarcus David, all his kids, man. Foul move, bro. Foul move. Can't forgive you for that. Bill Cosby, keep your nose to the ground, man. Stay out the way. Jack Dorsey, you through with Twitter. Okay. And Tiffany Haddish and Common broke up, and they did it like true troopers, man. LeBron James, he was tripping because a couple said something about his son. They put him out, and that's what they were supposed to do. Don't be disrespecting our NBA players. We need them out there. Wendy Williams, man, we're praying for you. And again, y'all, before we get out of here, man, follow us on all platforms, man. It's going to be a lot more coming from the Tre and Pack Evening Show. Shout out to my main man, Pack, man, and his health. We know he going to come back and he going to blaze us out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my dude. Like I said, this show wouldn't be an inkling of what it is if it wasn't for him, man, because what he does is it's undeniable, man. You know what I'm saying? He makes the show, so we want to thank him. And check it out, man. It's been a great evening. I enjoyed you all. We're going to catch you on the next one, all right? This has been your edition of the Tre and Pack Evening Show.
Get down. Here we go. Nigga, listen. I'm about to take off, it ain't no layoff. I'm about to get my money stacked like Madoff. I'm about to take off, it ain't no layoff. I'm about to get my money stacked like Madoff. I'm about to take off, it ain't no layoff. I'm about to get my money stacked like Madoff. I'm about to take off, I'm about to take off. I'm about to take off, I'm about to take off. 454, call them big blocks. Old school big rims, so it's just a shot. Put some horses in the engine, I don't play with stop. With the pedal to the metal, watch your heart stop. I'm out here getting mine, hope you getting yours. We all deserve to find the things you gotta grind for yours. I was raised by them little faces. And now that I'm older, I can't stop spinning big faces. I'm seeing numbers like I'm caught in the matrix. Got a swag like Neo, I'm the one, I'm gon'